My name is Anthony Mveyange, and I'm the Director of Programs Teenage at the African Population Health Research Center, which is headquartered in Nairobi with regional offices in Dakar, Senegal. Today I presented on the how can Africa catalyze, or rather use AI to catalyze and leapfrog its development, particularly sharing some insights on some regulatory frameworks, policy frameworks that are needed on the continent and what parliamentarians can do about them. What are the regulatory challenges that the continent is facing? What are the policy solutions that parliamentarians can actually pay attention to be able to address some of the fundamental challenges that Africa is facing? And if at all Africa is to take advantage of the AI and data sovereignty and innovation that is needed to take advantage of this new wave of development. We now know that data is a new oil, and Africa cannot be left behind in this new world. Data sovereignty is critical. Africa needs to be able to control the narrative of AI in terms of the data that is needed to be able to provide insights and evidence needed for policy making on the continent. Africa also has a lot of potential if we take all of us to be able to deliver this AI promise. It will require investments, it will require regulatory frameworks that are friendly, that are supportive of the environment, for creativity, for innovation, for experimentation. So parliaments have a role to play, governments have a role to play, stakeholders have a role to play. It will require what I termed as a public-private sector partnership and international cooperation on research and evidence to be able to generate relevant evidence needed to spur progress in the right direction. So we've started with Lusaka. The Lusaka Declaration came out of our intention to collaborate not only with PAP but with African policymakers. So the Lusaka Declaration brought together all a select number of parliamentarians from the Health and Transport Committee. We trained them on AI, but we also gave them the chance to have a consideration of two key reports that we co-authored with our partners, GSNA. The report on Africa Digital Health and the report on smart manufacturing in Africa. We also trained the parliamentarians on data protection and privacy. Now, going forward, we want to do more. We want to build the capacity of parliamentarians. And to start off with, we have been exploring dates, and I'm pleased to note that the President gave us the dates for the upcoming committees in September, where we want to train all 275 parliamentarians on AI. So it's a continuation of what we started in Lusaka, but a little bit more in detail. And then in collaboration with, again, this training will be in collaboration with GSMA, who is our partner in this process. For China, we also are going to have a select number of members of parliament that we are going to sponsor to attend the Mobile World Congress. Mobile World Congress this year in October will be done. In March, it was done in Barcelona. In October, it was being held in Kigali, and early June next year, it's being held in China. We feel that's an opportunity for African parliamentarians, African policymakers to really be immersed into how the AI works. And going to China, given where China has leapfrogged development on AI, I think it's an appropriate moment for our parliamentarians to learn and be able to understand and appreciate how AI can transform Africa's development. So China is because China for us is an immersion trip. It's not necessarily working with Chinese. The event, which is MWC, or usually organized by GSNA, is held in China in June next year. So for us, it's strategic because one, being held in China, but we also know China has made a huge development on AI, and most African countries have a very strong affinity with China, so it might be easier to also be able to go there and learn a thing or two. But this event, the MWC, I'm not the authority to speak about it. It's done by GSMA and it's done every quarter. In March, we were in Barcelona. We brought 120,000 people. It's huge, global. So we feel that the one that's going to be held in China will be an opportunity because it's also going to be global. The one in Rwanda is not going to be as big. The Chinese one will be very big. And that will be an opportunity for not only learning about AI, but also networking and connecting and also seeing how did China do it.